Hey guys. Alright, I am finally getting around to putting up this, I don't know, molding, I guess we would call it, in the library slash office. And this is pretty thin plywood. I think it was like 1/4 inch. And all I'm doing is basically measuring it out and marking these areas here for the beams because I want to notch the wood around the beams. I don't want to just put it in between the beams. I think that would look weird. So I measured it down about 8 inches to go around the whole room. So here you can see me marking the areas for the notches, and I just took a box cutter and scored it. I know I had said before that I was going to use my jigsaw, but honestly I can't find my jigsaw. I actually have 2 of them and I can't find either one of them. Assuming that maybe it's still up in the Brownville house, but I thought I looked for it and I didn't find it. Either way, the box cutter is working fine, and yes, I have a mask on even though I'm not using a jigsaw because I'm working up here with insulation and some dust, and it was really starting to make me cough, so I figured I'd put the mask on. Better to be safe than sorry. So here you can see I'm just kind of making this fit, using that box cutter again to just trim just a little bit on the sides so that this fits really snugly around the beams but doesn't bow. So that's what I'm doing right here, just kind of trimming off just the edge. Now I'm nailing this in, and yes, I'm nailing it and not screwing it in because 1, I don't have enough screws, and 2, it's so light it doesn't need any screws in it. Nailing is fine. So I just continue around the room. This side ended up being a lot easier, obviously, because there are no beams to notch around. So I'm just butting it up to the ceiling and matching the other side there, leveling it and nailing it in. Really not a whole lot of difficulty on this end. It's just really kind of, you know, getting my short self up there to get it up. I really need to vacuum the ceiling. That is going to be part of the next video. I need to get everything that's just kind of hanging there down. Alright, so here I am using the Sawzall to get these last pieces of wood that were up here holding the drop ceiling that was here when I moved in. And it's really just, all I really need to do is just cut those flush so that I can put the wood up there. Some of them were broken down when we took down the ceiling, but you know, I just needed to flatten it out, basically make it flush with the closet wall, I guess. This one right here, you can see I had a hard time with that one because, of course, I'm going to cut it and I go right smack into a nail. Like all the surface space on there, and I went straight into a nail. But I ended up getting it off fine. Alright, here I am notching around this wire, and it sticks straight out from the wall, so I had no choice. I had to notch it. Even when you see later on I tuck it back in there, it still sticks out in that notch because it's coming like directly through the wall. That wire goes to something in the game room. I'm not 100% sure what it controls. I'm assuming the lights, because you can't see it on the other side. So either way, it has to stay, and so I'm just kind of tucking it back the best I can and getting it out of the way because I don't want to see it. Alright, here I am doing the side of this closet. Again, just kind of notching things out to get it to fit. This is that front side where I had to cut down those pieces of wood to make this fit, and yeah, that wire was a pain. Alright, so this is the end of it where, again, just notching it out to make it fit and kind of having to make it fit around these wires. You can see that box on the right there. I did end up taking down the couple of pieces of wood to the right of that and fitting a whole piece, so that whole area is covered now. I did not take any video of doing that, but you can see it at the end when I show you around the room. Again, just making this fit. I did go over and finish the other side, but didn't film it. This is a little bunny in my yard, just right by the steps. So cute. Okay, here we go. I need to do a lot of touch-up paint, but you get the idea. It looks a lot better than it did. Covers up all that mess. Alright, next up is paint and doing the floor. Follow for more, guys.